So Rockstar's newest game is finally out on the market, and now we can all see the results of what Rockstar has been neglecting Red Dead Online for, and it's a slightly improved console version of Grand Theft Auto 5. GTA Expanded and Enhanced has finally released, just next-gen GTA 5, because they actually removed the Expanded and Enhanced tagline a couple weeks ago when pre-orders went live so as not to get sued for false advertising, and fans are reacting basically how I expected and how a lot of other people expected. Today on the show, we will be diving into all of the new features of the next-gen port of GTA 5 and GTA Online, showcasing what was actually improved, added, or changed. Rockstar has also promised some more changes coming specifically to online as well coming soon, which we'll get into later on, but overall, I want you to watch this video with the premise of Red Dead Online in mind. Why we never got our December 2021 DLC update and are still going through the motions of these new player-focused monthly events here in-game with no DLC or expansion news announced thus far. So if you enjoyed this video at any point, or if you just find it helpful, let me know by dropping a like on it. And if you want to stay up to date and in the loop with everything GTA Online, Red Dead Online, and Rockstar games, consider hitting that subscribe button with your bell notifications turned on. Alright, so jumping in, what was actually improved? Rockstar told us a few details in a newswire a couple weeks ago before this game released, but let's just go down the list of what actually changed to get you caught up to speed. We have improved visuals. There are enhanced levels of fidelity and performance with 3 new detailed graphics modes to customize your gameplay experience, featuring up to 4K resolution, 60 frames per second, HDR options if you have an HDR enabled monitor, ray tracing, and various improved texture qualities that seem to rival PC graphics on high settings and in some cases ultra settings. We have faster loading times. The game is said to have faster load times on the PS5 and Xbox Series X, but that's only true when comparing each console-specific version to that console. So for example, the PS4 version of GTA 5 on PS4 loads the slowest, with taking about like a minute and a half to get into the game. Then we have the PS5 GTA 5 version, which loads faster on PS5, taking about 30 seconds, but then the PS4 version of GTA 5 on a PlayStation 5 console, for example, loads the fastest. And that's sort of obvious, but at the same time, if you have been using a new console for the last 2 years and you got used to those really fast, almost instantaneous loading times, now you're looking at about 30 seconds to load into the game. We also have new PS5 controls. PlayStation 5 specific players can experience increased responsiveness with haptic feedback and dynamic resistance via the adaptive triggers on PS5's DualSense wireless controller, which will include effects for the weather, rough road surfaces, explosions, and directional damage. There are said to be changes to 3D audio, and this one's interesting because Rockstar says, and I quote, "Hear the sounds of the world with pinpoint precision, the throttle of a stolen supercar, the rattle of neighboring gunfire, the roar of a helicopter overhead, and more." But actually, in-game, what's really happening is distant gunshots sound like they're right next to you, police sirens from 3 blocks away sound like they're blaring right into your ear, and everything can be heard from further away, which sounds nice, but that actually makes everything within listening range louder, and it's actually making it harder for players to be able to tell what's close and what's far away, messing up the gameplay and the pacing. Next up, we have How's Special Works, and this is exclusive to the next-gen consoles. It's not on PC, but How's Shop will be unlocked after you beat his par time in a race at the Los Santos car meet, and this allows you to purchase new How's Special Workshop upgrades for eligible vehicles and then add a new range of modifications, including a groundbreaking acceleration, new top speeds, and the new chameleon paint we talked about from the leaks a couple months ago in January. Next up, one of the last few changes, we have the Career Builder, which you guys may have heard about, and this basically just allows you to choose from one of 4 different criminal careers: executive, gunrunner, nightclub owner, or biker, and you select from a range of properties that we have in the game, powerhouse vehicles, and new weaponry to kickstart your enterprise. Basically, this just gives new players a head start in GTA Online. They don't need to start off grinding contact missions and working their way up to a business. Now they start off with up to 1 million GTA Online dollars and a fresh business to start grinding and earning money from. And then lastly, new menu design. A little bit misleading because it says you can immediately access everything GTA Online has to offer right from the main menu, including the latest and popular updates, quickly jump into heists, races, adversary modes, launch directly into free mode, or browse from weekly event offerings like discounts, GTA Online money bonus opportunities, and more. But they didn't actually change the interaction menu or the combat control. So we discussed the 7 key changes to GTA 5 and GTA Online with the next gen port, but none of this, I don't think, deserved its 2-year wait from announcement to release, and especially with a delay of half a year. Not only that, but Rockstar reportedly removed Red Dead Online developers from whatever project they were working on to get this out the door. The graphics are still not better on a holistic level compared to PC. This version didn't really add any new content either. It added a new upgrade shop for select vehicles and a few redesigns of previously released cars. The main menu was changed, audio was ruined, and the awful interaction menu, like I said, and the clunky, painful to use combat and character movement mechanics are all still the exact same. They made no real valuable changes to the game that players wanted, and while more are promised in the future, like different combat changes, perhaps an Oppressor Mark II nerf or whatever else they're thinking, this is just yet another example of Rockstar taking a dump in the mouth of their customers and very loyal fans, and people are so blind to this scam that they're asking for more. I wasn't really super optimistic for the release of this version. You know, I'm playing on PC now and the performance has just been a lot better than previous generation consoles anyway, and so the 60 FPS frame rate for this game, if you're on PS5 or Xbox Series X or S, is a big deal. That's something all players are going to appreciate. The main menu design is also pretty nice because then you could just jump into what you want, and reportedly you can also basically be in a GTA Online session now and try and switch into a other free mode session or a private session, private lobby, crew lobby, all that. You don't need to back out to story mode and start over. So that was a welcome change by people. The career builder is just giving new players a head start. I don't think that needed to be specific to basically this new version of GTA 5. How Special works was basically just a gimmick to get you to buy this new game. The 3D audio isn't good. The PS5 controls with the haptic feedback is sort of a pointless addition. The faster loading time isn't really faster at all, and it's actually slower in some cases. And it doesn't really work right now because the contract DLC messed up loading times, loading into story mode and character switching anyway, so they're actually taking longer than they should. So really you have the improved visuals as like the main thing, 4K resolution, 60 frames per second, improved textures, all that. And so is that justified for a $10 copy of the game? Maybe for some people and maybe for others it's not. I don't think it is, especially to the detriment and the cost of neglecting Red Dead Online. We've been waiting for something and it's like, well, okay, if we're going to jump back onto the development of Red Dead Online after GTA expanded and enhanced. I'm also not super confident seeing as this is the effort that was put into this. This was 2 years of work. I refuse to believe that. Not to mention, there's a glitch going around right now that Rockstar is said to be fixing, that if you ever transfer your character from Xbox 360 or PlayStation 3 to Xbox One or PS4 and then to PC in the past, that you will not be able to transfer that character even from a PlayStation 4 console that you're playing on now. You will not be able to transfer it to your new console. So that is a glitch that supposedly is getting fixed. The other thing is that this is still generation specific for the game. And so if you're a PS5 player, you can't play with your friends on PS4 and your character on PS4 gets deleted. If you're an Xbox Series X or S player playing the new GTA 5, you can't play with your friends on Xbox One. So if all your friends are on previous generation consoles because they haven't gotten their hands on a new console, you will be absolutely alone. And if you want to join them again and you already transferred your character, you'll need to restart on that latest generation console and that account because all your character data will be getting wiped from that previous generation console when you change consoles and transfer your character. And I don't want to rant too much, but really I did just want to come out with this video to inform you guys of the changes of the new GTA Online edition while also tying it back into Red Dead Online of like, well, this is what we were waiting on. You know, if people were pulled off of Red Dead Online's DLC development to work on GTA, the next gen port or expanded and enhanced or the new console version, whatever you want to call it, this is the stuff that was added. So do you think it was actually worth it? I don't think so, but I would love to get your responses in the comment section down below. All that said though, that's all we have time for today, and we're going to be wrapping things up right here. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video today, and if you did, hopefully I earned your like on it. And of course, if you are new to my channel and you want to stay up to date with all the best GTA Online, Red Dead Online, and Rockstar Games content, consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out on a single thing we post here on the channel, good, bad, and neutral. We consistently talk about updates, news, information, tips, tricks, and even leaks, and we'll keep you guys updated here on the channel daily, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you want to follow me over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, those are the best places to get connected with me outside of YouTube. You're more than welcome to ask me any questions on those platforms. You can follow me at HazardousHDTV, and all of my social media links can be found in the description down below. With that being said, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys in the next GTA Online video. Adios, amigos.